Hello everyone, welcome back to Landric Plays, welcome back to Landric Plays Banished. Last episode I panicked and I built far too much food, like always. This is becoming a bit of a running theme with this episode. But yeah, we have comfortably, I think this is the most food we've ever had. If we go back to the last 25 years, okay, not quite, but getting close. The great crash of whatever year this was, but yeah, that was bad. This is good, so obviously I'm going to do the sensible level-headed thing again and build 1,000,000 new houses. Because of course I am. Let's put some up here. In fact, how many can we fit here? I think we want them about here, don't we? Because they fit nicely back to back, no? Oh, that's like... There we go. That's the way I want them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Really annoy all of our builders by asking for more and more houses. In fact, I'm actually going to lower the number of builders. Ooh, yes. Pause that before anything terrible happens. We'll drop that down to 12. We'll drop that down to 12 as well. Because I do want to keep enough labourers around that, you know, I've said this 1,000,000 times in a bunch of different Let's Plays, but, or rather a bunch of different episodes, but if one of your teachers dies, all of the students spill out, they don't become educated, and it really sets you back a little bit. So I want to keep enough that somebody can be instantly replaced if they die in a horrible schoolroom chalkboard related accident. Speaking of which, up here we'll probably want... Nice, so that got finished, so people are going to start collecting goods and putting them there. We are in the dead of winter with not a huge amount of firewood, partly because I traded it all away for food last time. Well, not food, for seeds, so, you know, give a man a fish and all that. So we are becoming more and more self-sufficient. Well, I mean, we were plenty self-sufficient before, but now we have more interesting variety of food, so everyone's very, very happy and very, very healthy, which is good. But we also probably want to put some town services, so we'll put down a schoolhouse here, put down a church. Actually takes up slightly more space than need be. We'll put it there and we'll add like a little sort of, I guess, a little porch to the church. Go there. We should probably add some wells, just in case of fire. The church can be paused, we don't really need that yet. People can commute a little bit if they want to go to church for now. Because we've got one here, and one over here. And yeah, 18 members. So I don't know how far they'll commute, probably not halfway across the map. But also we don't have a huge amount of stock. We have enough, but I'd rather they spent it on houses first. For that matter, we could probably pause the schoolhouse, because I want the houses to go down first before we worry about filling the schoolhouse with people. Again, not that we're low on tools or coats, but I want a way of producing tools and coats up here. That way our vendors won't have to work quite as hard. There goes the frost, so it is early spring of year 36. It's been 36 years since we were banished out here. Nice, and we're doing quite well. We're up to a population of, don't do math live, 20, nearly 200 people. In fact, just over 200 people. So that's pretty lovely. Can we squeeze these in here? No, we can't, can we? Put a tailor here, and a blacksmith here. Ooh, that fits in that way. So that'll look a little bit odd, but I'm doing my best not to care about that. And we'll pause these as well until basically everything else is done, because otherwise our builders are going to be very, very strained and very, very cross with me. Right, what else do we want to do? Reserve of firewood is low. Of course it is. That's fine. Ooh, we've got a trader coming. So maybe actually that's what we want to do. We want to make another of those forestry communities. And I said I was going to put some over here, but perhaps we put them up here. Maybe we fit one just here, and one just here, and that'll give more of a supply of firewood to this town. But before we worry about that, let's see what the trader's bringing. You're just bringing raw food items and some bean seeds, which we already have. So thank you, but no thank you. So yeah, that's probably a good idea. If we just for the sake of argument, let's see how much a forester would cover. Yeah, that's a pretty good area actually, so I think we do that. So if we just imagine it's going to follow this road up here, and then, so there's a little bit of overlap and a little bit of underutilized space, but don't care that much. So we'll put the road going up to here. And then we put a bridge over this tiny little brook that people apparently can't wade through. And for that matter, let's pause this to stop them trying to walk all the way around that bridge. River rather. And then we'll bring this down from the bridge all the way down back to town. Nice. And that'll give us, this town, a bigger supply of wood, so our builders will have to walk much less far, and for that matter, maybe we should get a supply of stone here as well. Well, there is this quarry over here, perhaps I make a bridge over the river here. That seems like a good idea. So if I put one over here, oh, that just misses. Alright, let's put it here, I guess. But that road is technically in the way. Okay, then I guess we're going to remove the road. It's a bit annoying, but it's the way it's got to be. So we'll just remove... Yeah, I'll go a little bit crazy and remove that much, just in case. So 3x3, not 3x3, 3x... well, quite a lot at this stage. 23x3, there we go. There we go, our builders are more or less done. They've done all of the stuff down here, that little extra network of houses, and these have all been filled. In fact, not only have they all been filled, they've been filled by couples that have just had their first child, so our population is going to keep increasing. Nice. What else do we want to put down? I kind of want to put down a new orchard. There we go, apple orchard. And perhaps we put down a new brewery, so we start producing some lovely cider. And maybe I just build like a whole bunch of apple orchards to supply that one brewery. That's not a terrible idea. Because what I was doing was I had some wheat fields that just supplied this. Well, it didn't just supply it, I imagine it got eaten by our people as well, but it was supplying this tavern with wheat to produce ale, but then we replaced one of the wheat fields with something or other, probably these beans. So yeah, maybe we just sort of like double down on one particular crop to supply our tavern. So maybe we have put down some extra wheat farms and some extra apple orchards, why not? And we'll try and sort of mix them in to minimise like the spread of disease and things like that. But before I do that, let's unpause all of this, because our builders are now messing around with nothing much to do. This is going to burn through not all of our resources, in fact not all of our resources by a long way. We've still got tons in the bank. Which I guess means we build some more houses. There we go, some more stone houses like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oop, and there's just enough of a hill there that we can't squeeze one in. That's pretty annoying. Maybe if putting this road down will flatten this terrain a little bit. Oop, nope. Well, designating it doesn't flatten it, but maybe when they chisel this out it'll just flatten this corner off a little bit. If not, no problem. He says nonchalantly, secretly convinced that it's definitely a problem, but ah well. There was something that I said I wanted to do and didn't want to forget, wasn't there? And I've already forgotten. It wasn't the orchards, it was something else. It was something important. It wasn't this area. Oh well, it'll come to me, probably. Ah, wells, that was it. Preventing fire. Town services. Yeah, there we go, well. So, wells are pretty expensive in terms of how much stone they use up. But given that, you know, they stop your town burning to the ground, at least a little bit, I think we should probably stick a few down. So I'll put one here next to the blacksmith. That seems a sensible place for one. And I think I might even sneak one here behind the schoolhouse. So even though it's not necessarily the like super utilising all of our space, it feels like a good place to put it. And we'll just fill in those gaps with road, because why not? I might even put one down here. I feel like maybe we need some extra ones here and here around these farms. Though they are probably close enough to the river, we can just get water from there if we need it. There we go, now we need 27 builders to finish all of these tasks. I'm not particularly good at restraining how I put these things down. And just because, let's add some more farms. We'll try and replace some of these things with wheat production, so we'll swap stuff around a little bit when winter comes. Roads, there we go. Put a road going up here, and a road going along here. Just ring this in roads. A ring road, if you like. Oh no, see, that's a very... well, it's not a super early frost. It is late autumn, but wow. Yeah, there go all of our peppers. God damn. Why is that? Because surely our farmers should be working hard. They've only got one of two. Why have we only got one of two farmers? Farmers. That's right, the orchards. I never put anyone on... Oh, so... we definitely only need one person working on that, so you can drop that down. There you go. I guess we just got unlucky with the frost. Oh well. We've got another trader. What are you offering? Cabbage seeds, pear seeds, potato seeds. I think we have all of those. Wheat seeds as well. We can order something specifically though, so let's pause it, have a look at our trade items. So we don't have chestnuts, we could order some chestnuts. Can I not pin that there? There we go. So apples we've got, beans we've got, cabbages, blah blah blah, cherries, chestnuts, corn I think we have, yes. So we've almost got there's only 3 things we haven't got. Nice. I think walnuts are one of the things, and plums I think are the last thing. Plum. Sorry, a second ago, there it is. So yeah, if we can get those things, in fact every visit will ask for him to bring those 3 seeds. They'll cost us more because we've asked for them specifically, but that will round out our seed collection. Nice. Whoop. So unpause, we'll close that, and then we're basically there. So we can dismiss you. Come back when you've got the things we want. Let's up our builders again. Now we've got some more labourers kicking about. And we'll build some more houses, so we've got some more labourers, and then we'll build some more builders, and then we'll build some more houses, and then so on and so on and so on. And that'll be very lovely indeed. Now, has this been flattened enough that we can fit another house in there? No. Oh, somebody's been crushed by a rock. That's a bit of a shame. Nope, can't quite fit it in there, so maybe we put another well or something down here. We'll see. That's what I was doing. I was going to flip some of these things over to wheat, because we don't want the wheat to be all next to each other, so we'll make this one wheat, and then I put down 2 new ones over here, so we're going to have beans and wheat. And hopefully that'll give us more than enough wheat to supply our tavern. I don't know if perhaps we can prevent people from eating the wheat is the thing. So we can tell it to disable or disable production, but I can't specify that I don't want them to ever pick up wheat, which is a bit annoying. But it's probably fine. That's a lot of cows. What else did we want to put down? Oh, that's right. We wanted to put down a quarry there. Nice. Okie dokie. Ooh, it looks very, very cold. So we need some more, another tailor, another teacher, and soon we'll need another blacksmith. Let's see, who's in these houses? Yep. Definitely lots of people looking to move out of their parents' house, start a family of their own, which means we've got, we're going to expand very, very quickly again. So maybe we'll limit our expansion to here for a year or two and just see where our food supplies are after that. Which means I can get our builders to focus on more of the infrastructure like these wells, this chapel and things like that. Though most of it's done, so we've got the tailor, the schoolhouse, and nearly the blacksmith. Come on, any second now. Nope, you just walked off. Okay, fine. But we'll try and get these crop fields done as well before spring and planting season starts. He says, as spring and planting season starts. Come on, let's get at least one of them. And then we'll start putting down some more apple orchards as well. And I might even flip over some of the these ones here. Even though it'll cost us some food in the short term, just because I'm being sort of messy with how I allocate stuff. Or maybe I'll just try and squeeze it in here. Yeah, I'll put another one here, and figure out something else here, and then another one here. I don't know how far apart things have to be to avoid like the spread of disease and blight. It's probably a good idea to have some room apart. That reminds me, I should probably put down a stockpile here. Do you bring firewood with you? Oh, you actually bring logs. I guess that might have been just from stuff that got cleared to build these things. But it doesn't look like you bring firewood to here. Let's check the I don't know, the blacksmith. Let's just check this one here, because if there's firewood anywhere it would be here, and it's not, which means, yeah, it gets put in a stockpile, which means we need a stockpile over here. Where do we want to put it? Let's put it here. So, there we go, 8 by 7, it's good enough. And then we'll road along here like this. So you're fully saturated with tools already. Wow. Okay, let's get you to plant wheat. Move you down to 2 of 2. Which means we need another 2 farmers. Farmers. There we go. We can reduce our builder count. Just get rid of that last pile of logs, and then we can put down some more things here as well. Because I'm going to forget what was planted over there if... hello, nomads. 14 nomads requesting citizenship. Sure, why not? Hello, welcome to Mulberon. So they're all going to get put in this boarding house. And just because I feel superstitious, I'm going to put somebody to start working in this hospital right away. I'm sure none of these nomads have brought a horrible, debilitating disease to our lovely village, but you know, just in case. You're still not working because why aren't you working? You've got stacks of wheat. Where is your? Where's our brewer? Picking up resources, placing in storage. Are you working? So you're working as a labourer, and you're idling. So. Why isn't... Oh, because it's not, we don't have enough wheat. We need like 50 wheat to start brewing. Fair enough then. That's a point. we probably want to put a new graveyard up in this town over here. I'll put it next to the chapel. Town services. Graveyard. And we'll just put it next to the chapel so it looks nice. Can't put it there because there's a rock in the way. Really? Okay, so 9x12 will have to be. Got another trader. You are a food merchant, you're just bringing actual food items, so you're not bringing any seeds. Can we order seeds? Nope. And for once we are good on food. I say for once. It goes in cycles. It's probably fine. Yeah, in fact, still on the increase. If we look at the last 5 years, yeah, you can still see this sort of peak, trough, but it's definitely on the increase overall. Lovely. That farm's done. So we're going to get even more food now. So we'll put this over to beans, I think. Drop that down to 2 of 2. We'll add 2 more farmers. And then I wanted to build some orchards, didn't I? That's right, we've got way overkill on builders now, so I'll put an apple orchard just here if we can squeeze one in. Just try and line it up here. 15 by 15. Perfect, so that can be an apple orchard. You can be an apple orchard, and you can be an apple orchard. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to swap these 2 around, which is hilariously inefficient, but what are you going to do? So this is peaches, now it's going to be apples, this was apples, and now it's going to be peaches. So, and then I'll put down another brewery somewhere. So I might even put it next to this one. Probably wouldn't hurt. Yeah, let's put it there for now. Services. Not services, resources. Just because this bit is the perfect size for brewery, so we can have like... so we've got beer and cider now. Or we will do soon. Lovely. Ooh, uh-oh, what's this? Let's pause things. An outbreak of influenza has occurred. See? I knew it. I'm glad I put down my hospital, so we already have 1 patient, but at least there's somebody already hard at work. And again, as a sensible, level-headed person who absolutely does not panic in these situations, I'm going to put down a bunch more hospitals. We'll put one right next to the cemetery, because that seems like a good place for one. And we will put one in this town over here, I think, as well. I don't know if spreading our hospitals out like this actually helps in any way, but it makes me feel better, and at the end of the day that's what counts. Can we just squeeze that in there? Not really. Yeah, that'll do. Have to build another road across here, but... And then probably I'll put another well... Yeah, I'll put a well there as well. Well. So that's our town services. Well. And again, because there's a tiny little gap there, let's just fill in this dirt road. And hopefully that won't kill off our entire civilization, but you know, it might. So did that disaster kick us down to low speed? It did, so let's... do we want to stay on speed 10 or do we want to go down to speed 5? I think 5's probably good enough. I mean, we could whiz through everything, but it is nice seeing everyone sort of mill around, do their daily lives. I think I'm going to jump up the builders again, because I want those done fairly soon. We are becoming short on... well, not short, but we are slowly beginning to run out of stone. How's our quarries productivity doing? So you've only got 38% of your stone left. So we might have to sort of... we might just turn this entire bit into just like an industrial district, just nothing but quarries and mines. So what else do we want to do? Well, I tell you what, I think we might have to decide that next episode, because it's probably gone on long enough. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.